and welcome to our third Q&A session. Again, I'm joined by Carolina.
Hello.
Today we're going to be discussing bookings. As the opening of our new studio, there has been a bit of confusion with whether clients should be booking in for exercise therapy or the Embody group Pilates classes. So Carolina, what is the key difference between exercise therapy and those group Pilates sessions?
Okay, so the main difference is that exercise therapy, someone actually has an injury or like a chronic pain or something that's restricting them. So they need more of that one-on-one guidance with a physiotherapist. And the group Reformer Pilates or the group Aerial Pilates is more about people that have no real specific injury. Like they might have a bit of tightness or ongoing soreness in their lower back, but they don't really need treatment. They're ready to move and exercise, and they can be challenged more. Versus the clinical exercise therapy is really more designed to be treatment. We're using movement to treat, and we might use Pilates-based exercises, but we use a whole bunch of other things as well that the physio will pick on that day for that particular person. While in the group classes, everyone does the same exercise. Things can be somewhat modified, but essentially everything's sort of the same for each person in the class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as a receptionist here at Embody, a few queries have popped up for pregnant women. What would you recommend for a pregnant woman booking in?
Okay, that's a really good question. So here at Embody, we do consider that pregnancy is, I guess, what we call like a special population. So even if they don't have any pain or injury, we do have a specialist women's health physiotherapist here. So we always recommend that they come and get assessed by our women's health physio, Lauren, first, who can then direct them as to what the best form of exercise for them is. If they're really keen on more the Pilates-based exercise, we can administer some of those exercises in the clinical exercise therapy, but we can tailor it for that special population, which is pregnancy. So basically, if you're pregnant, you should be booking in for a clinical exercise therapy session and not the group Pilates.
Okay. Another question for you, Kaz, is what are the key benefits of exercise therapy compared to hands-on treatment?
Okay, that's another really good question. So say someone comes in and they have never had any treatment before at all for, say, ongoing neck tension or neck pain or anything in their body. I would advise that they book in for a physiotherapy initial. That way the physio can assess them and decide whether they need treatment or whether they're good to go into some, maybe they're ready to go to a group class, they just need that guidance, or they might actually need some actual exercise rehab. So, but if someone has had an ongoing injury that keeps coming back, they've had lots of treatment and it just doesn't get better, then they're probably best to come in for a clinical exercise therapy assessment and continue on with more of the, the group 1-on-3 classes or a private class. So that's what we offer. You can have a private class with a physiotherapist, which is the clinical exercise therapy, or you can have 2 people in the class or 3, but each person's doing their own, like the exercise picked for them, and it's based on whatever injury or pain or problem they're coming in for generally, and also kind of on that day. So they might come in that day with neck pain, and we can address that in terms of the exercise we do. Yeah.
Awesome.
We hope that everything's clarified. If not, feel free to give us an email or have a chat to us on Facebook. So you can always add some comments at the bottom of the Q&A if you have any questions. Bye.